Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your June tarot reading. Now, I've already made an astrology video for your zodiac. If you're curious, you can check it out. It will give you a lot more details on what the month is about, what the general vibe is, what some external influences could be, and also some tips as well for some difficult aspects we have and you are being affected by that. We have a Gemini square Pisces going on for the 3rd and the 4th week, and that could make you feel a little bit torn between your own priorities and also your home and family. So yeah, it might give you some insights. But let's get into your tarot. I'll also be posting about the astrology on my community page, by the way. But that'll be done as the days are approaching. It is more of a reminder that today this is happening and so on. So if you're curious, subscribe, hit the bell, you will be notified. We have the first major highlight as fear, worries, and tense situations with the dagger. Next we have purse, which says pay attention to your finances. And the third is pineapple, which says reconciliation. Okay, then your tarot cards, we have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Yes, there is activation of the Taurus as well. Taurus and Leo squares are going to happen at some points. So that can bring into focus your teamwork, collaboration, people who you work with or study with. There can be a lot of communication and travel plans as well regarding your work or some projects you might have to get to. And this can be a very fast-paced month, or it feels like that, as if it's a little bit rushed. But at the same time, you do have the support, so you're not in this alone. The collaboration is pretty neat. I think you're working with some nice people and it'll work out, okay? Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles, clarified by the Queen of Cups. There can be some nice conversations you're having with your family. You're feeling good with your family and your home situation as well. There can be some developments that are going on here. For example, if you're moving to a new home, this could be an ideal home for you, and you're probably like furnishing it, or you're inviting people over to celebrate a win of sorts. It can even be that you're inviting your mother figure in order to like bless the house or kind of see it, or like, you know, offer their opinion or whatever the case is, depending on your individual relationship, of course. But apart from that, this one looks like hopeful and optimistic regarding family and like the future, not just family, but finances and your future situation regarding career and finance. Some of you can be taking some new job, or you're trying to attempt for new jobs and, you know, go for interviews or try to find out what are the things that you might need as well. Okay, then we have the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Ten of Cups. This is really lovely too. This looks like you're very balanced and you're satisfied in life. You're quite fulfilled and stable as well. This as well shows like financial stability. There can be some gains as well coming in. Next, we have Death and Rebirth, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. There's some change in your career status for some of you. You were getting a promotion or a raise or something, or like some responsibilities could be coming in, which just needs you to take better care of yourself in order to be handling them and also maintaining your personal health. But I'm feeling as though this increase in finances could make you want to spend a little bit extra to like treat yourself a little bit more than usual. But you know, if you have more money coming in, then spending a little bit is not really a problem. Apart from that, this can say that there is a change in foundation. So yeah, changing of homes or planning to change homes is there, and you might be changing your attitude towards finances too, or what is stability for you. Death and Rebirth talks about Scorpio energy, and the Queen of Cups as well talks about Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, and we have a lot of water sign activation throughout the month too. So this brings into focus your emotional health and well-being. There could be a stable relationship with a Scorpio, for example, that makes you feel very content within the relationship. There can be a celebration of sorts with a Scorpio too. Okay, and let's see, we have the Hanged Man coming through and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so the Hangman really helps. This one did flip over while I was shuffling, if you noticed, but And I was thinking, oh, there's that, pay attention to your finances. But with the Hangman, it shows as though you can't do anything about this. But you do have the money. You have the money, you have the support, you have the drive and everything. I don't think you're like suffering because you're spending, but there are some like inevitable expenditures. Like if you move to a new home, you're gonna have to buy the furnishing. Maybe you have to change some things. Maybe there's like a, the housewarming. Yes, I was constantly thinking home warming. What is that? Housewarming parties or something that could need you to pay a lot of attention or spend a little bit. And if you're traveling someplace, then maybe you have to spend for your travel plans, even if it's a company sponsored thing or like company related thing. And also this can indicate that you're looking for different places where you can be more satisfied with the income you get. So even if you have some promotions or raises coming in, you're still like, yeah, but I'm not very satisfied over here. So maybe I want to look for different avenues where I can grow my knowledge as well, apart from feeling stable. But I don't think that this financial problem is going to be such a big deal, because otherwise I would have seen some, disappointments or just sadness and heartbreak or something like that, right? If you have ongoing financial problems though, it can make you feel a little bit stuck. But again, you're taking the initiative to make things different, and you can see a change, you can see a transformation happen in the month, a visible change. Because it's clarified by an earth card. So definitely there's some like tangible returns that are coming in here. Let me see what the oracle cards are for you. The distraction of shiny things and feed your artist. Yeah, so this is really that wanting to spend on many things, or like wanting to buy the best or the most luxurious things for yourself or for the family, for renovations or whatever it is. There might be this desire to be a little bit more luxe this month. Okay, so just be watchful about that. I think that's what the dagger is. Like, you might not realize, but it's these little things, or like before you realize you're spending a lot more than you were planning to. So just be watchful of that. But apart from that, I don't see that there is going to be a disaster that is going to ruin everything or something. Sometimes this deck, is a little bit too dramatic. I don't see it come out as literally as they try to portray, but I mean, regardless, it's something to be watchful of anyway. Now with pineapple, there with reconciliation, it can be that you're meeting family or you're making plans to meet them at some point, and they are overjoyed. This can also mean that you are finding peace and reconciliation with your financial health, your physical health as well, if there has been some ongoing conditions. People that you care about as well, if they have been going through some difficulties, there can be some changes happening here, some adjustments needing to be made that returns the health and wellness. Now feed your artist means that you are spending some time, or you're wanting to spend some time being creative, being artistic, and expressing yourself a lot more fluidly. I'm hearing fluidly, openly. You're listening to your heart more. And with the Queen of Pentacles, she's very in tune with her inner rhythms. So I think you understand what your body needs at a certain time. And that can be a very useful influence here throughout the month, because staying grounded keeps you away from distractions, right? So I think grounding is going to bring you peace, yes, but it also minimizes the amount of expense you're likely to go for. Okay. Now, in terms of love and relationships, of course, we have 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups as well. So there is a stability. There is definitely joy and companionship here. If you don't have someone, this can mean that at first, again, you might feel a little bit lonely and stuck in your situation, but then you reach out to people, or you go to places which are a little bit more social, so you have a higher chance of meeting someone, and you're likely to find people who you can build a solid connection with. But at the same time, you might find some distractions along the way, you know what I mean? And that can kind of steer you away from that long-term commitment type of situation that you might be wanting to create. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Now let's see your astro dice for this month, for June, please. For Pisces, how's the month of June? 6th house, Jupiter and Sagittarius. Yeah, there is an expansion of work or duties. Also, you're working on your health. You might be making some changes to your routines and lifestyle so that it allows you more space for wellness and heightening your knowledge. Some of you are like reading up more on finances and finance management, and that can give you a different perspective on things and brings you more hope as well. At the same time, it enhances your responsibility that you want to be taking regarding your health and finance. Now, Leo is in your 6th house, and Sagittarius is in your 10th house. So this is a very harmonious relationship that's forming in the astro dice, and that means that again there is more work, but there is also more recognition and more status. There can be a promotion or raise or something like that coming in, or you're more looked up to, and that just increases your value, right? And your knowledge as well is increasing. You might be known as a compassionate guide or a teacher, very nice mentor figure, someone who always has the right advice and says it very compassionately as well. We do have Mars and Venus in Leo as well, which is your 6th house. So you are wanting to feel healthy, feel good, you're motivated and driven and ambitious as well. So that's a very nice situation going on for you. Not only with health, but like even at work and the things that you're passionate about. With Leo, it's like important to be interested in things, to be passionate about things, because they can't manufacture the liking that they have for something. So whatever it is that you enjoy, I think you're making time for that. You're adjusting your work so that you have more, room to be caring for yourself. I'm constantly hearing Capricorn as well. So 11th house, you could be planning for you might be connecting with some friends who don't live close by, so long distance friends, or even over the internet, you could be connecting with people. And that can go long term if that's something you want. If you're making new friends, that is. And if you have already some friends abroad or something, then you might be video calling them, or you're just planning to meet them at some point in the future. But Capricorn also is talking about your hopes and dreams and aspirations as well. With the Knight of Swords, you're absolutely driven to go for those things. And you're making sure that you have the resources to propel yourself in that direction. But I think it's a little bit of a slow and steady movement in that way. And not that it's not happening, definitely gathering a lot of steam. But I feel as though there's a lot of different types of things that are going on this month. So you're trying to keep up with many different things here. Regardless, I think you're satisfied with how things have been, taking into account your circumstances as well. By the end, you're satisfied. You might feel a little bit demotivated that there had to be expenditures, there had to be some spending, and now there might be a little bit of a dent in your bank account. Make sure you're spending safely, and that you're making sure you are safe in this situation, of course. Maybe some things can be postponed for later on, or minimized. Maybe some cost-effective methods could be figured out. Try to see what would work. Okay, try to see what would work. With the death and rebirth, we talk about shared resources too. So and even accountants and tax money and investments as well. So if you can contact someone who has more financial expertise to guide you through your expenditures this month, that would also be useful for you, of course, if that is possible and if it is relevant for you. Otherwise, someone who's relatively more financially savvy could also help you out through this month. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thanks for being here. I hope the reading helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.